What I'm gonna do right here is go back, way back into time. Haha, let's go! Hey, what's up everybody? It's Levi Illis here. Welcome to all the new subscribers and thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video so far. So, don't forget, I'm going to do a new, 1 terahertz upgrade. See the description below the video for more details. So today, I wanted to talk about I decided to stop my car because I had some dangerous situations talking about this topic, so I needed to reshoot this video again. What I want to talk about with you today is Ripple. What? Ripple? Yeah, I know you cryptocurrency veterans are thinking like, what the hell, who's going to talk about Ripple? But the new people might be like, hey, I saw Ripple rise 20% today. Yeah, I want to know more. So for me, it's all about, talking about things where I see potential for growth. And Ripple has a value proposition where I believe in, even though they are focusing on the banking sector. So let's go back in time with Ripple. Yeah, we all know that Ripple has already lost their wings and their glory times. Before 2015 it was hot, and after 2015 it was stagnating, always hovering at the same price range between 0.003 and what is it, $0.0067. So yeah, not very interesting, and it's been stagnating like that. But if we look at the potential of Ripple, I see it as follows. Where Dash is a revolution in currency, I see Ripple as an evolution for international transactions in the banking industry. So they are solving a problem currently, and the problem is as follows. So with an international transaction currently, SWIFT is being used. The name SWIFT, it doesn't make sense. It takes like 3 days up to a week. Why is it SWIFT? Yeah, of course, in the 70s, that time frame of 3 days to a week is fast, but nowadays that's like slow. So yeah, so what Ripple tries to fix here is the following, that you have also a transaction of, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes across international borders. And that I think is an improvement for the international banking industry. But why I really think that it is a good investment is as follows. I'm not going to talk about the technology, because I'm only going to talk about why I see it as a potential. So the reason why I see it as a potential is as follows. The veterans in the cryptocurrency will probably say, yeah, they only had created some proof of concepts, and it didn't gain a lot of traction, but that's not really true. So we just need to look at this from a corporate perspective, and things that are happening in big corporate organizations go really slow. They are like dinosaurs with a lot of bureaucracy. I also work for a market leader in the sector. Let's say in the world, one of the 5 lamps you see is coming from the company I work for. So I know how it works in a big corporate organization. So whenever there is innovation, like a new technology, and a corporate organization wants to scale that technology out into the organization, you first need to have a proof of concept, also to see whether it fits the requirements. So whenever you have that, then you have a purchasing department that needs to give their sense on it. Then you have the legal department that needs to give their sense on it. Then you have the privacy department that need to look at it. Then you have the compliance department that needs to look at it. Then you have the IT department that needs to look at it from a risk perspective, compliance perspective, etc. So this tracks can take a long while before it gets through. The contractual agreements of these kind of things can easily take up as fast as 3 months until a year or longer for have a contract signed, and then you haven't even started yet, and then you also need to comply with the company rules and etc. So that's the reason why it's taking so slow. But when it goes, And if you have been following Ripple for a while, I have done that, you know. I see that the service of Ripple is already implemented for 90 banks at the moment, right? And they've already finished 30 pilots with banks. On top of that, there are already 15 banks that are using this in commerce. And then in Japan they are facing, let's say, issues with domestic transactions, and there 47 banks have already implemented or used the Ripple service. And Japan is like one of the biggest economies around there, guys. So pure from an adoption perspective, right? This is already being adopted on a large scale. And then on the rise, you know, I think the rise, and it's pure speculation, I'm just a hobby investor, I'm not a financial expert or whatever, but what I've read is that the central bank of England also wants to have a proof of concept. And now with all the drama going on with all the cryptocurrencies, people are also going to look at, you know, other cryptocurrencies and where they stand, and then people get to recognize what it was about again. So that's why I wanted to talk about Ripple. Don't forget, big banks are involved in this. You know, Santander is one of the major banks in the top 20. Barclays is working with this. Axis Bank is working with this. So that's why I think Ripple has potential for a good investment. It's pretty cheap. Hold it for a long while. You know, doesn't need to be a big amount. Even though in general the mainstream doesn't trust banks, they still use the bank. And whenever there are easier, faster and more secure services, what happens? We will adopt them. So that's what they are doing, and they are not looking at it from the infrastructure perspective, but also from an application perspective. So also they are focusing on usability and all that, which is key, you know. So that's why I think you should really look at considering Ripple. I mean, they are focusing on a $1 trillion market now. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this information was helpful. I wish you a good weekend. That's it. Peace out.